Putting a sharp Chevy engine against the Posh Porsche means putting two of the highest revving and most engaging engines against each other. Little did anyone foresee that Chevrolet would birth a 670 horsepower 5.5-liter V8, capable of revving up to a staggering 8,600 RPM. This phenomenal creation filled the void left by Ferrari's departure from the realm of a naturally aspirated, fast plane crank V8s that once reached for the heavens. And to our surprise, both Chevrolet and Porsche, with their Corvette Z06 and 911 GT3, carried the torch of naturally aspirated engines, a rarity in the modern automotive landscape. In this video, we're going to compare the two, and unless you're a luxury freak and not a car enthusiast, we'll show you why the 2023 C8 Corvette is a far better option. The journey of the Porsche 911 GT3 was one of precision and refinement, akin to its older sibling, the iconic 911. For 2 decades, Porsche honed its inspired idea, gradually increasing the high-revving flat-6 engine's displacement from 3.6 to 3.8, and finally, 4 liters, all the while enhancing its performance. The latest 992 generations also introduced a control arm front suspension adorned with an abundance of ball joints and a striking swan neck rear wing. Meanwhile, the path of the Corvette Z06 took a more varied route, experimenting with pushrod V8s and even flirting with forced induction before embracing a revolutionary mid-engine architecture, coupled with the formidable 4-cam V8. Porsche achieved a remarkable feat in keeping the 911 GT3's weight in check. Despite expanding the car's footprint by 10% compared to the first 996 generation model, it managed to gain only a minuscule 27 pounds, a weight increase of less than 1%. On the other hand, the Z06 started with a larger stance and experienced a 9% growth in footprint, but its weight surged by a substantial 565 pounds. An 18% increase. Despite the ongoing debates between mid-engine and rear-engine configurations, both cars distributed an almost identical 60% of their mass to the rear axle. Remarkably, these cars proved to be more than just track beasts, as they comfortably covered a whopping 850 miles with ease. Once they unleashed their might on the track, they left everything else in the dust, establishing themselves as truly special and captivating sports cars. However, as the dust settled, a winner must be crowned, and that decision shall be made. When it comes to lap times, the Corvette Z06 emerges as the undisputed winner, triumphing over its competition with a remarkable 2-second lead at the challenging Virginia International Raceway, according to Car and Driver. This achievement places the Z06 at an impressive 5th position of the all-time Lightning Lap leaderboard, all while maintaining a price that is less than half of the vehicles ranked above it. Undeniably, this latest iteration of the Z06 continues to provide incredible value, though Chevrolet seems to have taken inspiration from Porsche's pricing strategies. Starting at a base price of $109,295, the Z06 remains a compelling choice. However, to enjoy all the bells and whistles, Chevrolet offers optional packages and features that can elevate the price to Porsche GT3 levels. For the ultimate Z06 experience, one can opt for the top-tier 3LZ interior for $13,850, the unpainted carbon fiber aerodynamic package for $10,495, exposed carbon fiber wheels for $11,995, and the performance-enhancing Z07 package with carbon ceramic rotors for $8,995. Porsche, on the other hand, has discreetly raised the GT3's price by nearly $24,000 since its 2022 launch, as a response to market dynamics driven by dealers. The Corvette Z06 boasts some impressive strengths, including its exhilarating and screaming V8 engine, its lap time dominance, and a superior ride quality that provides a thrilling driving experience. However, like any car, it also has its downsides. The high seating perch may not be to everyone's liking, and some aspects of the build quality may not quite meet the standards expected at the price point, which can reach around $170,000. Moreover, the Z06 carries an additional 445 pounds compared to some of its competitors. In conclusion, the Chevy Corvette Z06 stands as the most tenacious and captivating Corvette ever created, a true champion on the track, and an embodiment of raw power and performance. And if you're an enthusiast, raw power and performance are your first, second, and third priority. Both the Chevrolet Corvette Z06 and the Porsche 911 GT3 come equipped with exceptional dual-clutch automatics, boasting top-notch launch control systems. However, there's an intriguing process behind the Z06's launch control. Chevy recommends a tire cleaning ritual before each launch. Engage both paddles, then release one and pull it again. Step on the throttle and release the paddles to spin the tires, and then swiftly stop. Press on both paddles and release the brake pedal. When the launch control ignites, the Corvette revs up to 4,500 RPM, while the lower torque 911 demands 6,300 RPM for its launch. Surprisingly, both cars deliver an effective yet undramatic clutch slipping launch, sprinting to 30 miles an hour in an astonishing 1.1 seconds, a feat often achieved only by all-wheel drive vehicles. However, the Z06 proves slightly quicker, reaching 60 miles an hour in just 0.2 seconds less and crossing the quarter-mile mark 0.3 seconds sooner. At 140 miles an hour, the Z06 pulls ahead by a remarkable 1.4 seconds, but the GT3's strategic upshift into a taller gear allows it to close the gap to a mere 0.2 seconds by 160 miles an hour. A peculiar observation lies in the Z06's optional all-weather floor mats, which surprisingly introduce slippery challenges to precise pedal inputs. These mats exacerbate the Corvette's already less predictable brake pedal, further complicated by the unnecessary 3-brake response settings. In contrast, the GT3's brakes, without such adjustments, deliver textbook effort and feedback, providing a more seamless experience. With a higher price tag, expectations escalate, and the Z06, costing over $100,000 more than a base Corvette, didn't entirely meet those lofty standards. Although the materials, particularly the captivating carbon fiber weave, look stunning, a closer examination reveals that the Vette's exterior panel gaps, paint quality, and interior assembly tightness don't quite match the meticulous build quality of the GT3. It's worth noting that the Corvette's daring exterior styling and layered interior materials, while impressive, might have made the task more challenging. Practical considerations are evident in the Z06, which boasts a much larger cargo hold, albeit at the expense of rear seating. Its rear wing's clever design ensures it stays out of the driver's rear view, allowing the trunk to clear it with ease. On the other hand, Porsche seems to have strategically placed the GT3's rear wing to hide state troopers and Ford Explorers, adding a touch of humor to the mix. Despite the Z06 falling slightly behind the GT3 in car and driver scoring, it remains an extraordinary achievement and excels in nearly any other scenario. Of course, practicality and raw power are what puts the Corvette ahead. But we can't be biased here. Just by switching from the Z06 to the GT3, one immediately notices the enhanced visibility in the Porsche, providing a remarkable 20% more expansive field of view. This heightened visibility instills a significant boost in confidence, particularly on narrow, tree-lined roads. Additionally, the GT3's fixed-back carbon fiber seats, a $5,900 option, position the driver lower and offer exceptional comfort, with wraparound support at the shoulder level that's not present in the Corvette's optional competition seats. However, it's essential to ensure both cheeks are over the pointy outside edge before settling into the seat. Thanks to the classic bubble roofline, the 911 allows plenty of headroom for a helmet, a luxury that taller drivers in the Corvette might not enjoy, as their heads may bump against the headliner. This difference proves advantageous on the track, making left foot braking significantly easier in the GT3. While the Z06's V8 is thrillingly fierce, it feels somewhat isolated from the chassis, unlike the GT3's flat-six engine, which is intimately connected to the driving experience. The GT3's engine buzzes the seat at its 800 RPM idle, a touch that seems to be intentionally added by Porsche for extra drama. At 1300 RPM, the power plant resonates through the entire structure, akin to a wet dog shaking itself dry. Although this might be unacceptable in a car with a lower price tag, it fits seamlessly within the GT3's performance-oriented character. The engine's presence is never muted, and even at 80 miles an hour, it revs at 3300 RPM, while the Z06's engine sits at a lower 1800 RPM. Despite this, the Porsche demonstrates superior fuel efficiency, boasting better highway and non-highway mileage, culminating in a 17 mpg average. Both cars feature customized Extreme Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2R tires and were set in their track alignment mode. The GT3 retains more sipes on the outer edge of its tires compared to the Z06, allowing it to stop 10 feet shorter from 70 miles an hour and an impressive 21 feet shorter from 100 miles an hour. On the skid pad, the GT3 also achieves a remarkable 1.17 Gs, outperforming the Z06. Furthermore, the GT3's flawless stance with tires neatly tucked into the wheel wells resembles that of a race car. The engines may be the heart and soul of these vehicles, but both chassis stand on equal footing. The GT3's steering is as sharp-edged as a flatline 6, offering immediate on-center action and a rear end that playfully engages at the limit. The GT3 seems to shrink when driven hard, inducing euphoria at about 8/10 of its capabilities. On the other hand, the Corvette's steering provides a bit more effort on center, providing enhanced stability on long highway drives, although its track mode is excessively heavy. Both cars experience a similar amount of tram lining, which wasn't as severe as expected, considering their wide tires and aggressive alignment. While the GT3's structure feels as rigid as granite, some cranking can be heard from the Z06's roof panel seals. Nonetheless, the Corvette delivers a better ride. Even the GT3's softest setting is comparable to the Z06's sport mode. Overall, what we're going for is a better and smoother ride. And if you can make it through the slightly tight interior and luxury, then the 2023 Chevy Corvette Z06 is the one to go for. If you think otherwise or believe another sports car should be put up for battle, be sure to let us know in the comments section below. And thanks for watching.